think deep down there are many levels, many degrees to what is called modern shamanism. To me, my sort of calling toward shamanism was from an interest in seeing and engaging at a deeper level because I wanted to know. I wanted to understand things I didn't. I wanted to see things beyond just the typical five-sense reality. And I feel like so much of traditional shamanism, in a sense, is a construct. That is to say, we have a person adopting a role to do specific tasks. And what I've learned is it's not really about that. It's not really about that at all. It's more of a deeper embodiment, a deeper understanding. And through working that understanding and developing it comes another level of consciousness. Because so much of life is just information. Information comes and goes, and it's limited in the scope of what it can provide. But in today's world, we have to go beyond information, into the essence, into the real thing. And I think that's my main concern with what is promoted and advertised in modern shamanism is, one, it's not really a part of the indigenous culture itself, and two, often and so often, it's a person's thoughts and feelings about what they think it should be. And when this sort of ego stuff gets involved in shamanism, the ego stuff is mainly just, in lighter terms, sorcery. Because basically that's what sorcery is. It's basically the conscious manipulation of energy for a personal intent, for power, or whatever a person wants at the time. Could be any number of things. But to me, shamanism is just about guidance. It's about having a source of inner guidance and opening other people up to perceive that source within themselves, helping them to embody it within themselves. I mean, obviously there are healers, and it can be specific tasks you can learn, but really the most important thing is always the embodiment. And if you're looking for, teachings or a teacher in that area, I would say look for the embodiment. Most of what people are selling nowadays is information. They'll give you an information through their logical, linear, rational construct of how they see it. But ultimately, it's just information. And I think what many of us want nowadays is a deeper sort of engagement, a deeper sort of relationship with life, a deeper understanding, something that transcends the dogma, something that transcends the ego and all of the apparent mundaneness and ordinariness of life. It's not to say it's some sort of ruse or clever trick you're doing. Not at all. And when I look to the teachings that are beneficial in today's world, it's that of the essence itself. It's that of the higher self. It's that of learning to take everything that's unconscious within ourselves and bring it to a level of understanding, and bring it to a level of personal choice. That is to say, situations and events in life where we don't always see a choice. And often people feel like they're victims of circumstance through that. So, shamanism can mean many things to many people. And oftentimes it can be a distraction from the real thing. But I think the real thing is simple. I think the real thing is just basically the understanding of the higher self and going deeper into the self. The problems with modern shamanism are, long and short, the ego. That is to say, any teacher or event that is centered in the presence of a personal ego doesn't serve the people there. It serves the person offering it. And that's where things go bad. That's where people get sucked in, people get manipulated, where people learn skills and learn great things, but it's all information, and they don't have the necessary embodiment to use the information they have. And so many things taught today to beginners quite simply should not be taught at all to anyone without a serious embodiment in it, without a serious sense of responsibility, and without the guidance to know when to do a thing and when to not. Because that is really so important with any healing work, is you have to know and go with the guidance. It's way more important than what I want, or what you want, or what anyone wants. It's there for a purpose. It's there for a reason. So, a lot of you may not like my views on modern shamanism. That's fine. You know, there's a lot of people offering great work, and there's a lot of side roads that are quite simply a distraction away from the real thing. And I just want the real thing. But it's so subjective today. It's so a situation where so many people see so many different things. And I think it's just something that's really simple and foundational. But the information is ultimately irrelevant, because the information isn't what's going to help people. It's the embodiment. It's the perceptual awareness that transcends. So, thank you. Appreciate this talk.